Every night, I have nightmares. They're always the same. The first starts off with 2 planes, World War I biplanes, flying side by side, each with 2 passengers. I am in one of them, with a person I've never seen piloting the plane in front of me. We approach a city, smoking and covered in red and black, giving the appearance of rust. We land in a broken airfield and oh God, the smell. I can smell it in real life, it haunts me. It's the smell of smoke, and ash, and death. All 4 of us get out of the planes and we're surrounded by bodies, bloodied and burned bodies, all stacked up on one another, frozen like statues. Oh God, whispers my companions. We split up into groups of 2 and head into the city, paired up like we were in the planes. The bodies, they were everywhere. I turn around and my companion is gone for what seems like hours. I search for him with no results. Then I notice the horrid creatures. They look like the dead, but they have no eyes and their bodies are so misshapen. When I see the first one, I run down the street. As I run, more and more appear, silent and reeking of death. I turn down an alleyway. In the alleyway, there's a girl with her back to me, wearing a white dress. I touch her shoulder and she turns around. Her eyes are bloody sockets, and her smile looks inhuman. She hits me in the side of the head, and I fall. The creatures surround me, and all I see is darkness. In the first few nights I had this dream. That is where it would end. But as the days progressed, it got much more horrid. I would wake up with blood dripping down the side of my head. The creatures, the girl, nowhere in sight. I'd stumble to my feet and limp down the streets. Suddenly, out of the darkness, a hand grasps my leg.
Help me,
it rasps.
help me, help me, help me.
It repeats, whispering, slowly getting louder. I look down and my heart twists. It's my companion. His eyes are gouged out, half the top of his head missing, one arm hanging by a thread.
Help me!
He cries desperately, but all I do is stand there, numb.
Help me, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me!
His scream pierces my ears. Suddenly, a hand reaches out of the shadows and rapidly grabs him and pulls him in. All I hear are his cries for help being cut short by the sound of flesh ripping and blood gurgling. I run, feet pounding on the ground, stumbling. The bodies that were once dead rise up, all crying for help. I come to a wall, and written in blood are coordinates to a place I don't know. I turn around, and the whole city is upon me, crying for help. At the front is the little girl in white. The group comes down upon me, wailing, rotten hands grabbing at me, and I wake up. Immediately, I open up my laptop to see if I can get my mind off the dream with some music. What I get is a picture. No, not a picture. A video of my companion, eyes gouged out, moving his lips silently. Help me, is all they say. I close my laptop and cry. Every time I remember that dream, I cry. And they follow me outside the dreamscape, the broken, burned, bloodied bodies. And I know they're real too. My friends see them, but I don't know what to tell them. One time, I went on Google Earth and typed in the coordinates I saw in the dream. I didn't get enough time to read the name though, because before I did, my computer shut down, and the screams for help soon followed. Please, someone help me.